blown out of his nest as a baby, so he broke one of his wings.
Today I thought we'd meander around the Effie Yeaw Nature Center Preserve, which is actually located in Ancil Hoffman Park in Carmichael, which is a suburb of Sacramento. I just interviewed two nice young ladies who had a couple of birds with them that were part of their non-releasable animals. You will see those in just a minute.
This here is Keelik, or Keelik. He is an American kestrel. You're okay. It's okay. American kestrels are the tiniest species of falcon in North America. And so this is an adult-sized male. Males are slightly smaller than the females, but either way, they're just tiny little murder machines. You're okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry. Am I scaring you? I'll get away.
These guys can be found all around the Sacramento area.
Yeah.
I've seen quite a few. You can find them in open meadows and fields and such. I've seen them.
Oh.
I've seen them before. You might spot one just hovering in an area, just swooping down, snatching up different prey items such as. I'm sorry. Different prey items such as small rodents, small birds, small reptiles, and insects. They actually eat quite a few bugs and such.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is Orion. He's a Swainson's hawk. Swainson's hawks actually migrate all the way down to South America for breeding, so they're currently down there. He can't go down there because he was blown out of his nest as a baby, so he broke one of his wings, and he can kind of fly, I believe, but he can't make a migration all the way down there.
That's a long ways to go. He's beautiful. Do you know how old he is?
He's about 5 years old.
Oh, so handsome. How long do they live, do you know?
They can make it to their late 20s.
Wow. How about the falcon?
He can make it into his later teens.
And how old is he?
He's about 2, I believe.
Oh, he's a baby.
So he's young.
Well, cool. Well, thanks so much for indulging me. In 2008, a mature valley oak was cut down to allow a levee to be rebuilt for greater flood protection. They say its first year was around 1858. The size of that thing. The thing is massive. This nature preserve includes 100 acres of beautiful riparian woodland along the American River. Entering this area feels like you're stepping back in time, except for there's people, so we gotta wait. When you first come in from the parking lot, to the right there is a Meandering meadow native peoples area. Apparently the Meandering meadow people used this area for their summer camps. Here, let's see what this says. Natoma Trail. What the heck, let's go over this way. Looks a little less traveled and less likely to be flooded with miner kids. Not like gold miners, but like youngsters. Let's go see. Well, according to this handy dandy map that you may or may not be able to see, possibly, it looks like Natoma Trail, which is the one we're on, goes down to Riverview Trail, conveniently located next to the American River, which is where we're headed. So far from what I've seen, the trails are pretty well marked, and I appreciate that. That, they've got, except the Carmichael Rotary sign is upside down. It's been rotated. The rotary's been rotated. There. woodland trail. Looks like there's people down there, so we're not going to go that way. We're going to keep going this way, see where Riverview takes us, how close to the river it takes us. Whoa, that was fast. This is not a very long trail, and look at that, there's the river, such as it is. It's really, really low. Let's see, let's go down here. How many people are down here hogging up the river? Not a bad trail, pretty flat. I've seen lots and lots of kids. See again with Natoma Trail, and then, oh, aptly named Riverview Trail, which is the one we're on. Which way? That way? Or this way? I want to go this way. Wow, look at that! Sweet! I am stoked. Right on, man. And you know what? So far, I haven't seen a tarp or a tent or a shopping cart either. Wow, sweet. You know how rare that is along the river. Oh, there goes some rafters, as opposed to raptors. Sweet. Let's go down here for a second. Oh, right on. I'm excited now. I want to go rafting. Let's go rafting. Me and my goofy hat are really excited to find a access point to the American River that doesn't cost me anything because I have a county parks pass, and this happens to be a county park. This is the other half of my beloved American River that we see in Auburn all the time at the confluence. Remember those? This is the American River, and it goes that way into Sacramento, where it hits the Sacramento River, and then goes on from there. What you doing, little ducky? No, sweet mallard. Where's your guy? Where's your guy? Cute baby. Oh, I see your feet. They're so cute. You're swimming upstream, honey. See what's over here, this little tide pool area. Restoration area, it says. Do not disturb cuttings. I have no intention to. What cuttings? Do not disturb cuttings. Restoration area. See, the water is really low. You can see up there on the top of the ridge there's where the water has been, and it's not there now. We can go down here a little ways, and I want to hit some of the trails because they've got a bunch of trails. They're not very long, but they've got a bunch of trails around in here, so I want to go see what those look like. You can see the riverside here it's not very cobbly or rocky, not too hard to walk on. There are some ridges and stuff, but not too bad. We just came this way, so we're retracing our steps. The river is beautiful. When those kids, there's a bunch of kids over there on that little island. When they leave, I want to try and go over there to get closer to the actual river itself. I mean, this is like the little side tide pool kind of thing. Grasshoppers. Okay, oh look. Look at all those little fishy things. What are those? Are they little fishy things? Let's go see. Let's go see. Hi, little fishy things. Do you see them? Oh, swimming around over there. Let me put you down there a little closer. Can you see them? Are they little tadpole-y things? I can't tell. I don't know. I don't know fish at all. Very cool. I didn't know I was getting so close to the birds. Oh, 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 that duck just got some yummy, tasty thing. I don't know what it is, but it's nasty. The other duck wants it. Oh, it's a fish. She got a little fish. Nature in action. I think it's a little fish. Hey, other duck. I think the other thing was a loon. Oh, yucky, yucky. Oh, it's a little frog. Yucky. I just love it. Not. I don't know how she's going to eat that. I mean, I know they have a way, but... Hi, beautiful. What you doing, sweetheart? Ugh. That thing is still... That was a loon over there that was trying to steal it from her. Ugh. Nasty. I'm not going to watch that anymore. Good grief, look at all those rafters. It's like the freeway. Good grief. Okay, we just... Jeez, somebody just let off a bomb. We just came from over there in that little tide pool area. Came up through that little cobbly area right there. And now this part of this trail, oh, people, can't see the people, is a different trail. I don't know, it doesn't say. Somebody has been drinking a little too much. They're throwing things off the raft. Yep. A few too many. I hear you, Goosey. Do you have a nest someplace? Where are you? I don't hear you. You sound closer than you are. Everywhere I go, there's memorial benches. And squirrels. Parents and grandparents. Oh, hello. There we go. I'm gonna wait for the party boat to go by. Well, there's the memorial bench we were just sitting on waiting for the party boats, plural, to go by. One of them went by and actually hit a duck. It was floating around out there in the water. We have the option of going back down there to this trail or out there to the river's edge or along here where it's shadier. For the moment, I think I'm going to opt for the shadier trail, and I see yet another memorial bench. They're everywhere. How funny. Let's see who this one is memorializing. Eddie Cartwright, probably Edie Cartwright. Nice bench. A little shorter than the other one, so I can actually touch the ground. Party boats. Aside from the party boats, it's nice and peaceful out here. I suppose on the weekday it would be a little bit less party boat-y, probably quieter. But we aren't out in the middle of nowhere because you can see over there through the bushes there's a house, so this is near properties. Look at this. Although I don't condone such behavior, it looks like it's been there a while. I don't know, there's something very cool about that driftwood tree. It just looks like a snake or something, I don't know. It's very cool. Let's go up here and see what's up here. Found another bench. Another memorial bench. Let's sit here for a minute. Effie Yeaw Nature Center is home to 30 animals that can't be released back into the wild for whatever reason. Some of them were injured, some of them blew out of the nest when they were tiny babies, some of them were orphaned, so they took them on. They're not a wildlife rehab center, that's another place in town, but they take some of these animals. They even have a rattlesnake named Natoma. The rattlesnake, actually, I didn't go in to see it because, like I said, I had to have a mask on and I didn't have a mask, but I might go back in later. The rattlesnake is the only snake that gives live birth. They don't lay eggs, so they give birth to live baby snakes. Isn't that fun? Apparently, the Natoma, the rattlesnake they have in there, was one of like 7 snakes that were born. And this one came here, and the other ones went to like UC Davis or something like that. And then when I talked to the 2 young ladies outside the nature center, one of them had, his name is Keelikalik, an American kestrel, which is the tiniest falcon there is. In the Nisenan language, Keelikalik means tiny falcon. Isn't that convenient? Beautiful little bird. And then I also met Orion like the star cluster. Orion is a Swainson's hawk. He was dropped off at the UC Davis Raptor Center in 2017. He had had some injuries, including a broken wing, but he didn't have a fear of people, which was a problem. And so he had this dependency on people to survive, so they decided that they had better transition him to one of the nature centers. And now he's an animal ambassador for raptors, and he goes and visits schools and, places like that. So he's very pretty, very pretty. They're both very pretty. They have more animals inside, like I said, inside the nature center, and then they have some taxidermied ones, like a mountain lion and stuff, which is on the website. The mountain lion that's in there, the taxidermied one, looks pretty sad. His ears are down. It just doesn't look right. But I'm not into that, so I don't really want to go in and see a lot of dead animals. I might go in later to see the snake if I go out to the car and get a mask, but they do have masks available out front. We'll see. So let's see where else we go on this trail. I'm sitting on yet another memorial bench. Let's see who this one's memorializing. This is yet another memorial bench overlooking the river. I love it that I can get to the river. This is cool. Let's see. Let's go down here. That looks like a nice little home for somebody in there, doesn't it? It's got a little fence around it, like it used to be a fence. I wonder what that used to be. Because there's old fence posts, round nails, so it's not that old. But, interesting. Okay, so I find interest in weird things, I know. What can I say? I don't know what this trail is called, this particular one that we're on. But somebody's house is over there. Look at that. Beautiful. It's a black walnut tree. That giant one over there. Yep. Pretty things. This one's an oak. This is an oak tree. We just came from over there where that other memorial bench was, and we're walking down this other unnamed trail, or it probably has a name, I just don't know what it is. But there's something very cool over here. It looks like an old well. That sure looks like an old well to me, but I don't know what that is. Might not be a well. Looks like one. Look at how that tree is growing into this well thing. That means that thing has been there for a while. Because this is a black walnut tree, and they're not exactly the fastest growing trees. And then there's a fig tree just on the other side of it, and it looks like the fig tree is looks like the figs are growing out of the black walnut tree, but they're not, because there's the fig tree right there. That's a nice looking fig tree. Sweet. We just came from over there where the black walnut tree and the well was. Came down this little bit of a trail. It looks like it kind of goes over here, and then there's a little sign right there that says you're leaving the nature study area. So I think that turns into like private property or something. But then there's this little trail right here that goes down, down, down. I'm not taking it because I don't have my stick, but it goes down pretty steep down to the river. Why anybody would want to go down there, particularly right here, where there is no beach or anything, I don't know, it's beyond me, but this would be a good view if there weren't so many rafters, they're all here. Well, I have to say this nature preserve is way better than I thought it was going to be. I expected it to be a little bit different. I don't know why. I looked at it on, you know, the aerial maps thing. It was like, let's go see. I thought it would be different, but it is different, but it's different in a good way. I wasn't expecting it to be the way it is. So it is very cool. If you want to come here, it does cost, I think, $6 or something for parking to come in to the Ancil Hoffman Park area. Look at this tree stump. Isn't that cool? It's really narrow right there, and it gets wider as it goes up. Anyway, sorry about that. I get sidetracked. You know how I am. Whoa. Ooh, you got to see this.